Welcome into the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise, where today we have an in-division battle as we head to Indianapolis to face the 1-6 Colts. But this is a Colts team that has not had a great start to the year if you look at the broad spectrum, being 1-6. But if you take a closer look, you would notice that all of these losses are one-score games. And the one game that they won against the Broncos, it was a 2-score win for them. Now, Anthony Richardson hasn't necessarily had a good year. 9 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He's only completing 62%. He's missed some time, which has brought out Devin Sullivan, their rookie out of Michigan, and he actually played pretty well. But everywhere else, they are looking pretty good. Jonathan Taylor, 4.4 a carry, 6 touchdowns. Richardson averaging 4.5 and 2 more touchdowns. Receiving, they're spreading the ball around. And defensively, they are flying around, making plays both in the backfield. TFL's racking up, getting the sacks. They're getting the turnovers downfield as well. They're just not hitting as consistently when it really matters. And that leaves them third in the division, only thanks to the Titans playing an extra game, of which they have lost. The Colts are not ranked highly in anything, their highest being 17th in passing yards allowed, which is still 256.1 per game. Now, the good news for them is our Jags are the second worst passing team in the NFL, but we don't look to pass the ball all too much. We start with the run, and with that, we are the best in the league. And coming off our mid-season bye, we are well rested, and we've made a couple roster changes. 2 trades were made prior to the deadline. The first being Ronald Darby heading to the Bengals, and he is in line to be a starter for them. In that trade, we brought in a 4th and a 7th round pick. To fill in that corner spot, we made a trade for a young corner in Cameron Mitchell out of the Browns. And with that, all we had to give up was a 4th, a later one than we traded for, and we got another 7th round pick. And this move was made because we only have 4 corners on roster, even with Darby. Moving him on, we get younger at this position, lose out on a mentor. Boston might look to add one at a later point. But Cameron Mitchell is coming in with a pretty good floor. He is only a normal depth, 74 overall, but he has 79 man, 76 press, and the zone isn't sitting in a bad spot either. He's in a moldable position, and that is what we've been trying to do, build a younger, developable depth behind our key starters. And he'll be making his first appearance on special teams as we get this division battle underway. Cook with the boot, sending it back to around the 6-yard line, where it will be returned down the middle with some space, trying to cut to the outside, but Devin Lloyd brings him down. It will be Richardson and the Colt offense heading out at the 29. And with 9 touchdowns to 9 interceptions, Richardson, I'm sure, itching to start to course correct, and doing that against a rival could be really big for him. Handing this one off, Taylor goes nowhere, flagged down on the same play, and it will back them up. Instead of a 2nd and 10, 1st and 20, now back at the 19, erasing a good return. Bunch to the right-hand side for the Colts, and throwing to the outside, breaking the tackle, and picking up a good gain of 13. Ultimately, that makes it probably a situation that declining the penalty would have been better here for the Jaguars. As they hand it off, Taylor has space down the middle. He's got the first down, pushing as far as he could, a gain of 12. And we'll see if the stout run defense of this Jaguars defense can match that of Jonathan Taylor, with a lofted pass broken up for downs. Cisco in the man v man breaks it up, and it is 2nd and 10 at the 44. Richardson with a shotgun look, and immediate pressure is lucky that ball did not get picked off. He just tossed it up where there were several defensive linemen waiting. 3rd and 10. Walker tries to go to the inside. Instead, a diving, broken up pass downfield. Oluwakin. Richardson did well there to feel that pressure, roll to the right, but a great play forces the punt. And a good stand from the defense as it is a pretty good punt. Brown will take it inside the 10, jukes out the first player, breaks it to the outside. He's got a bunch of green grass by midfield, spinning out the kicker and dragged down at the 40. What a return for the rookie and Levi Brown. And he sets up the offense plus side. Overall, that punt did not end up going very far. And Travis Etienne, returning to the lineup, injured last week, takes it down the middle, picking up 6. Though during his time out with injury, as he had to leave the game a couple times last week, Tank, he really filled in well. About ball popping out here and recovered. Was trying to hype up Tank Bigsby with his 80-plus yard rushing day, and the ball just gets poked out of the hands of Lawrence. A huge mistake, especially after such a good return. Colts offense right back out there and nearly picked off Oluwakin. I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that one tonight. Right in his hands and off his mitts. Handed off to Taylor right after with another quick flag. They're going to get the Colts with another holding, that time on Woods at tight end. It's 2nd and 20 as Richardson will look to throw this ball to the outside. Taylor wrapped up by Lloyd. Maybe a gain of 1 on that. Brings up a 3rd and 19 here for the Colts. They're looking for about the 45-yard line. Walker with pressure, and Ringo trips. Pittman Jr. is gone. That should have been an easy broken up pass. I don't know if the feet got tangled. It didn't affect Pittman. He ends up taking this one all the way. Colts answer off the fumble, taking the lead 7-0. A very costly mistake, but 1-6, only losing their games by 1 possession. They are still a threat as Etienne takes the carry for a gain of 3. Jacksonville needing to respond following that blunder. 2nd and 7 at the 29. Goes play action, Trevor Lawrence, and throwing this one off the helmet, it looked like, of one of the old linemen. Colts brought some pressure there, and it did affect the play. Now a 3rd and 7. 2 tight ends to the right-hand side and looking to throw. Going out, Gabe Davis gets the catch but can't spin out the corner. Good tackle. The drive alive with a good throw there from Lawrence, as he needs to lead his team down the field, answer back for his own mistake. Throw right side and off the hands of Thomas Jr., returning in his first game back. He got shaken up a few weeks ago. Filling in has been Devin Duvernay, and the passing game just hasn't been the same without Thomas. Etienne takes it down the middle for 6. And once again, we have a 3rd down here for our Jaguars, who have done extremely well this year in converting 3rd and 4th downs. Motion along the right-hand side is Thomas. As they look to set up the screen the opposite way, the blocks don't come in, and what a play for their captain. Franklin sprinted by 3 blockers to make the stop, forcing a 4th and 3. But Boston stays aggressive here. Offense still on out there, and an early jump, but Lawrence doesn't get the snap off in time. He's able to reset. Rolling now to the right-hand side and throws it down too short for Devin Duvernay. Franklin and his big play on 3rd ends the drive for the Jaguars. Colts can take the field here, already up by 7. Some big plays coming by way of their defense now as they look to set up a deep ball. Richardson scrambling and picking up about 9.5. But he is quite slow to get up, perhaps still nursing that injury that did bring out their rookie quarterback. As they hand it off here, no play action, and Oluwakin with a big hit in the backfield. A loss of 8. Big play there to set up a much more favorable spot here for 3rd down as they sip the tea over on the right-hand side. 3rd and 8 now, as they go to the outside and caught for the 1st down. And it's starting to seem like everyone out here has the C patch on their jersey, so perhaps that's not necessarily captain. As it's passed to the outside, Jones gets jumped over and picking up the 1st down. Reggie Gilliam, the versatile fullback here of the Colts. At the 21, they go bunch to the left-hand side. Play action. passing to the outside and off the hands of their tight end. And they definitely had at least the size mismatch there. Woods, a much bigger guy than Jerry Jones. 2nd and 10, and breaking to the outside goes Taylor by Ringo. A 2-score lead here for the Colts in Indy. And both are coming off of turnover drives here for our Jaguars. They need a touchdown drive here. As they throw to the right-hand side goes Gabe Davis, who tries to hit the corner about a yard short of the first down, as it looks like an injury to number 51. Kwity Paye will head to the sideline for now. We'll look to see if he returns later on, as we got 9 seconds left here in the quarter. Lawrence, he's going to look to scramble to the right-hand side. Maybe had Gabe Davis deep downfield. Takes a safe play and sends this one into the break. Overall, a big quarter for the Colts to open this one. 2 touchdown drives off of a fumble and then a turnover on downs. Overall, Jaguars have got to step things back on up and get themselves back into this game as we start the second quarter sitting about midfield. Play action for Etienne. And Lawrence, he looks to scramble again here, picking up the first down, sliding down safely. But a penalty will be bringing this one back. It's Ezra Cleveland at center getting called with it. Backing us up to the 39. Hard count, no one jumps. Lawrence letting both sides get reset as they'll look to throw here, and lofted by the open Devin Duvernay. He missed several throws to him last week, all of which could have been big hitters just like that one. Still with 20 to go here. They hand it off Etienne, and there's not much space. Colts defense doing a great job out here locking him down. A 3rd and 17 empty set here for Lawrence. Trips to the right-hand side, and a throw out for Brenton Strange, who gets the grab, dragged down at the 26 with a Jaguar first down. And a great ball from Trevor Lawrence, who threw that one under pressure. Where they bunch now to the left-hand side, handing this one off Etienne, looks for a block, gets it down the middle, picking up 4. He's averaging just over 4 yards a carry, though only 5 carries so far in this game. They haven't ran the ball as much in this one. And now scrambling Lawrence, he's got some space, looks to bounce it, but doesn't pick up the block there from Sexton. But who could complain about a 1st and goal down to the 7. Jaguars bunch to the left-hand side, Thomas to the right. As they have a guy across the middle, and it gets picked off. Sexton never sat on it. It's a turnover, 3rd of the day for the Jaguars. Justin Simmons takes it. And another big play from this Colts defense is keeping them well in charge here. For the undefeated Jags, 7-0, it's looking shaky here. As the Colts up 14-0, they're going to need a really big drive here. Some own turnovers would be great, as Eric Armstead brings him down, but Hines Allen goes down as well. And he will eventually head to the tunnel. Not good news. The Jags did bring in some veteran depth, though. Shaq Barrett, he's going to step in here, his first time really playing this year. The 2nd and 15, pass to the outside. The outside throws have been open. Mitchell picks up a good gain. And that leaves just 3 needed here on 3rd at the 18, and a big stuff. It was a tight front look here from the Jags defense. They get immediate pressure and a really big answer off their 3rd turnover. And while this game's still very much in reach here for the Jaguars, about halfway through the second quarter, they've got to cut out the mistakes, clean things up, and that is on the shoulders here of Lawrence. They start play 1. Etienne, he tries the spin, gets dumped, gain of 5. But they definitely might need to start focusing more in on Etienne. He was their rock for the last 6 games. Obviously wasn't there last game with his injuries. They go his way on 2nd, picking up 2. And that still leaves them behind the chains here. They need 3 more on 3rd. As they come out with a shotgun look. And Lawrence ends up keeping this one, takes it down the middle. He should have just handed off to Etienne. Either way, Jaguars pick up the first down. And if that gets the momentum of Lawrence going, then albeit we'll take it. at the 48 into plus side. Two receivers to the right-hand side. As it's Thomas, they're looking for him in the 1v1. He gets the grab and he gets the points. Mossing the corner. He picks up the touchdown, same as the number on his chest. We are on the board, making it 14-7. With only taking off about 2 minutes from the clock, time still remains for them to try to level this thing before the break, especially with the stop there by the rookie. On the outside, it's Alford. We haven't seen too many plays from the interior. So far this year, it's really been the outside play, and that's not going to help us out. Early movement. Two guys moved, but they are going to get Shaq Barrett, who is in filling for Hines Allen, who left this game injured and will not be returning. So with the extra 5, they also send it through the 2-minute warning. Richardson rolls, he throws, and he finds Woods, breaking a tackle, breaking a second tackle, trying to break by the 3rd, finally dragged down at the 38. He holds on to the pass. He can make some things happen. But I'm honestly kind of wondering if the size comparison between Woods and Richardson is pretty equal. Pass to the outside, they find Pittman Jr. having a touchdown today. And the Colts are at least within field goal range right now. At the 32, they'll look to set up the screen. Oluwakin couldn't quite get there, was a half step behind, and the Jaguar defenders are falling down, trying to chase down Taylor, who's out at the 4. So close to the big play, but a big play instead go for the Colts with a throw and a touchdown for downs. They reopen a 2-score lead with their own pretty quick offensive drive. That does leave the Jaguars with some time remaining, 48 seconds. They start with a spread empty look here. Lawrence, he's got to make a big plays. He's looking downfield. Gabe Davis, that ball off the mark, needed to be much further towards the sideline. Davis tries to adjust, but no way he was catching up to that. 2nd and 10 then, 44 seconds. Lawrence dropping back, throws this one into the turf. Thomas in the area. He definitely seems to be off his mark today. A quick 3rd and 10. Hard count, no one jumps. Now Lawrence making a change out there as a bunch to the right-hand side. 40 seconds left, and now he's going to look to scramble, bouncing to the outside, but shy. Colts call a timeout. 4th and 1 at the 39. But just as we saw earlier in this one, Boston keeps the offense out there, going for it. Etienne gets the first down and more into plus side. As they go hurry up, instead of calling one of their timeouts, they have 3 remaining. I guess trying to save those. Rolling, taking a shot downfield for Davis, and he is underthrown. Boston will call the timeout after to let his guys catch their breath. 11 seconds left. That's time for 2 plays here if you do it well. Throw to the outside. They're looking for Thomas again, and it's tipped away. Now 6 seconds. And you're looking at best at a long field goal attempt here if you get the catch quickly, or looking for that Hail Mary attempt, and it's behind. Lawrence definitely not having a good game out there, has been a problem for his team. With 3 seconds left will be the final play of the half, and it gets tipped up. Lineman catches it, they blow the whistle. A bad ending there, potentially some mismanaged clock as well. Colts take a 21-7 lead into halftime against the undefeated top of their division Jaguars. We've got a course correct in the second half as we take a look around the league at the break. Texans also struggling. They're down to the 49ers 23-10. They are right behind us in the division. Looking a little bit up north, we have the Chiefs. They're currently on top of the Bills. A big game for the AFC here, 21-10. Mahomes with 3 first-half touchdowns. And for our last update, we have the Falcons and the Jets. Just played a game against the Falcons, and they're down by 1. Heading into halftime here against the Jets, 14-3, with Perkins, the new QB, taking over for Aaron Rodgers. As we get our second half underway, it will be Jaguars in possession, and they have to come out and really dominate this half. starting with the halfback screen, but it is swallowed up. Stewart on it immediately. Ends up going as a loss of 2 on play 1, 2nd and 12. Hard count again. They get someone to jump, but Lawrence is not getting that snap off to get the flag that is needed. Instead, he scrambles here. He weaves and he picks up the first down, but he forgets the ball. Diving on it, Gabe Davis. Lawrence is really out here doing all he can to cost his team. Several fumbles today and a lot of bad passes. Etienne tries to bounce it. He gets corralled. And it's another loss of 2 going to the way of Etienne to start the second half. Hard count again. Someone jumps. Lawrence doesn't snap it. He's got to do a whole lot better with that. These are big opportunities he's wasting as he misses Devin Duvernay. The Jaguars did win in week 1 with their backup quarterback, and you start to wonder if Boston might be leaning towards bringing him out here. Brenton Strange overthrown at the midfield line here, a 4th and 12. And surprisingly, Coach Boston again is leaving the offense out on the field. Trips go to the right-hand side. Lawrence has missed a lot of passes today. Lofted throw is nearly an arm punt. Colts take over at about midfield. And while not a fumble or an interception, it is still a turnover on downs. Colts start plus side at the 49, and they're going to get the early jump because you snap the ball when you see the guy move. That's exactly what your quarterback is supposed to do, and it's the second encroachment or offsides here for Barrett. Again, filling in for Hines Allen. Looking to pass the ball, Richardson dumps it, and maybe a gain of 1, if that. With the free 5 they had with a penalty, it still makes it a 2nd and 5, a good spot here at the 44 as they have motion over along the left-hand side. Fake the jet sweep, hand it off, and Oluwakin brings him down. The defense is going to have to make the plays here because the offense clearly is not. 3rd and 5, they got to get the stop here. Allowing only 5 based off of a penalty would be a huge win. As they throw to the outside, it's off the hands of Woods. Again, if he holds on to it, he can make some plays, but he's got to catch it first. Defense, they pick up the stop, and as Etienne and the offense heads out, it is not Trevor Lawrence, it is Jared Hall coming out here. Again, he helped the team win in week 1, and he's going to try to help the team win here, but it's another tackle for a loss. We saw the stats heading into this game. We knew the Colts make plays in the backfield, and they are making plays in the backfield to start this second half. As Jared Hall, he's going to look to bounce to the outside. He's got a bunch of space, getting by the 40 and out of bounds. A little late bump there, no flag on it. But a big first play there made by Hall. Can he do enough to get his Jaguars out of a 2-score deficit? As they go play action. Throwing to the outside. Davis catches up to it. Gets the first down and out of bounds. Looked like we were about to have another missed opportunity. But no, they get the job done. 1st and 10 at the 39. As Davis in a 1v1 had the inside leverage, but the ball just a step or two too far in front. Benjamin St-Juste easily able to knock that one away. A 2nd and 10. Single high safety. Etienne, he tries to get this one to the outside, and he's losing 2 more. He hasn't gained a yard this half. It's Bobby Wags there to take him down. A 3rd and 12. Empty set here for Jared Hall. As he lets this play develop, breaking open, but no, the corner dropped down in coverage. A huge miss there for the Jaguars. A great play made by Hitchens. And that's why you have to survey the whole field, not just see a glimpse and assume. Colts take over. They hand it off Taylor, who's trying to bounce it. Picks up 8. But ultimately, it feels like if the Jags are going to get back into this one, they need some points perhaps from their defense or from the special teams at the least. Taylor to the outside. A flag comes in. Might be the saving grace here for the Jaguars because Taylor just took it to the house. But we need a good call here from the referee. And indeed, it will be coming back. They get Irv Smith with the hold. 2nd and 7. They go right back to Taylor. He gets to the outside and he picks up the first down. Not the touchdown, but still a pretty big play. Backup checks in, and he's got more space. Another first down run. Over the defense, who was one of the best in stopping the run this year. They're not stopping much of anything right now. As they look to roll out pass, it's a sack by Lewican. Jags bring the blitz. That's a big play, pushing them back to the 38. They're going to need even bigger plays here if they're to get back into this one. Still down 2 possessions, been that way the whole third quarter. As he throws, caught by Woods, hopping over the tackle, it's another first down. He may not be consistent, but when he does make the play, it's a big one. Inside the red zone, 2 guys jump. It might be again on Shaq Barrett as it's broken up for Taylor. And indeed, they do get Barrett yet again. So they make a change, and they're bringing out Gibson instead. You can't have all these penalties when you've got to find your way back into this game, as the Colts try to make it a 3-score lead with yet another first down. But it'll all come down to the fourth quarter. 21-7 remains. Too many turnovers, self-inflicted wounds here for the Jaguars. It looks like the team from a couple seasons ago. But we need the team from this season if we're to get back into this one. A 1st and 5 at the 5 is where we start. It's really a 1st and goal. As Richardson throws, it is Woods. And it is a 3-score lead here for the Colts, 28-7. And once again, we're going to see a QB change here. Hall is back to the sideline. Trevor Lawrence coming in. He has the stronger arm, supposed to have the better accuracies. We'll see if that's the case. But he doesn't have time to throw. A big sack to Forrest Buckner. He came into this one leading the Colts in sacks. He picks up yet another. A loss of 6 on first down. As no one is open, trying to buy time for Thomas, and it's through his hands. A pretty good job there from Lawrence to buy the time, but inevitably you got to have someone to catch the ball. 3rd and long here as they bring the blitz. Rolling is an open target, but ripped down. Franklin gets the sack. It's 4th and 25 back at the 10. You have to punt from here. And coming off the bye week where you feel refreshed, this was not the game I imagine anyone was expecting from this Jaguars team. Massive regression. Good play there from Walker. But with only about 6:20 left in this one, they're going to need a whole lot more plays than that. Expect they go Taylor's way a lot here late on. With a delayed handoff and brought down by Devin Lloyd. A short gain brings up a 3rd and 6. 2 tight ends to the right, 2 receivers to the left. They go play action, and they got the pass to Downs. Campbell beat badly there in the man-on-man. And even some of the team's best players have not played well today. As they flip it to the outside, for Woods, he gets upended. Campbell with the tackle. The number 1 defense in the league today has already given up 300-plus offensive yards to a Colts team who was struggling coming into this one. Cut back lane and picking up the first down goes Taylor. He's averaging 5 yards a carry. And I'm pretty sure Woods, when he catches the ball, he's averaging at least a first down a catch. As they look his way here, breaks a tackle. Not going to get away from Eric Armstead. That might hurt the average just slightly. As Eric Armstead is actually injured on the play, he's going to work his way to the sideline. And with just 4 minutes left in this one, not too sure how much more we're going to see of him. Hamilton will step in his stead. 2nd and 2. As they throw into the turf. The Jaguars could really use with an interception here, though they might look more towards Taylor with a 3rd and 2. No, they do look to pass the ball, but wide open to the outside and getting out of bounds with the first down is Downs. Arguably a pretty smart move if you're trying to waste more time, as we got 4:02 on the clock. Taylor, he's got an open lane. They only shave off 3 more seconds and open up an even wider touchdown lead. It's now 35-7, and with under 4 minutes left, you're looking to just try to find something to build upon for next week to get back into your flow. As Lawrence throws, he finds Brenton Strange with a good turn on the catch. He picks up the first down, crossing the midfield line, and it's going to be hurry up here for the Jaguars. Single high safety, they're trying to get something more here. where they throw downfield, finding Gabe Davis. Another big play down to the 25. They're trying to polish off this drive with a touchdown. Gotta wonder where the play has been this whole time. Rolling again to the right-hand side, and a jump ball. Strange, it's broken up by Clark. Good ball, though, from Lawrence. Put it up for his guy to try to make the play. They got 4 to the left-hand side here. Javon Baker to the right. He's double covered. Lawrence, he's going to step up and scramble, picking up the first down. 12 seconds left. They get some more hurry up, though. They're going to flip the heavy set here. They're going to send 3 to the right-hand side. Keep 2 to the left, though. Looks like Etienne was supposed to go the other way. He didn't get the memo. Rolling with some grass, and Lawrence takes it into the end zone. 2:20 left. They finally get back on the scoreboard. But down by a bunch here. It's a 2-point try here for the Jacksonville Jaguars, because I guess why not? As Lawrence scrambles, he'll make it an 8-point play. 35-15. You're down by 20. And they will be sending the onside unit out onto the field here. Let's see what they can get as it goes to the second level, and it is scooped up by Mitchell. Breaks one tackle, stumbling around and brought down at the 43. The Colts would end up tacking on a field goal to make it 38-15, but they leave a minute and 6 seconds on the clock. And Coach Boston has his offense right back out there, trying to make sure that they get things corrected for next week. And as they scramble, Lawrence picks up a good gain. It's all for naught, as it's another holding call. So 1st and 20 now back at the 19, as they're still trying to find some late game success to build upon. Throw to the outside, and it is caught. Brenton Strange, gain of 5. They're going to need at least triple that to get the first down here. Under a minute left to go to either side. As they throw downfield for Strange, and it is well overthrown. Honestly, a lot of these passes haven't been much of a contest here for the DBs of the Colts. They've just been well off the mark. 3rd and 15. Open receiver, and that ball is about 30 yards short. I think he was looking for Etienne. The ball very much comes up short. 4th and 15 here, as they will look to convert. Downfield, wide open is Thomas Jr. It will be a late game consolation touchdown. And his first game back, Thomas Jr., he dropped a lot of passes, but he does get the wide open touchdown, and we make this one look a little bit closer on paper. But once again, offense stays out there for the 2-point try. As Lawrence scrambles, he will find the corner and make it 38-23. Well, that will ultimately do it for us here. And the perfect season is broken, as the Jaguars just simply forgot to show up in this one. Mistake after mistake in that first half, and largely it was Trevor Lawrence. He kept dropping the ball whenever pressure arrived. When he had an open receiver, he missed the throws. We also had a couple big drops along the way. Etienne was taken out of this game. First time that has happened under Coach Boston. A lot of mistakes and a lot to clean up here as they look to rebound heading into their next game. But the Colts pick up a big win for their season, 2nd on the season. But the good news is we should have a much better game next time, or at least should, being with the Tennessee Titans. 7-1 Jags versus 1-7 Titans. It's top of the division versus bottom of the division. And we're still number 1, despite such a bad showing, but we can't have that continue. Ravens are hot on our heels. They are 6-2. The AFC North in general is a very tight race, and we don't want that to happen with the AFC South. We want that first round bye. We just got to bounce back next time. Good news is that game didn't affect our stats too much. We're still a very good defense. 2nd in points per game, as well as rushing yards. Number 1 in passing yards. So we got to bounce back. And that's got to come through Trevor Lawrence. He's got to clean up his game, put the ball on the ground too many times, miss some key throws. Overall, the team was off coming off the bye. let's get back to it against the Titans. To make sure you don't miss it, hit that bell icon on the bottom right or scroll down at the sub button and definitely tap that bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live. This series every single Tuesday and Thursday. We also have the Cardinal Dynasty College Football Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as tomorrow will be an off season. We finished up the last season yesterday with the Idaho Potato Bowl. If you haven't seen that one, go check it out. But we will be back home next time as we host the Titans in our second straight divisional matchup.